The diploma in game design is to help students to study how great games were made and for themselves to have the chance to experiment and make great games. And hopefully one of these games would be multi-billion-dollar award-winning games. In making a game, basically what you can do is, say, start with rules and draw that out on a piece of paper. Like Monopoly, you have a track where you go from start to finish and you ask yourself what sort of obstacles you would get and how many moves you would make. Translated, that's a set of rules that you have for playing the game. Starting from art point of view, things that draw from a story, for instance, this hero is trying to save this princess. What does he have to do? Well, he's got to fight some monsters. People want to see how they look like, and it's exciting to see what they can do with their character in a game. Character design, as a process, starts off with having a story and bringing out characters that inhabit a story onto paper as drawings. Then you go on to Photoshop to paint up your character in different layers and tones and colors. There's a slight shift when you make it into a computer model using basic building blocks, basic shapes to create a more complex shape. You want them to live and breathe almost. It's like, for instance, Train Your Dragon. People recognize the dragon because it acts like a cat and its feet is cat-like. That's the real art of putting that magic into just plain drawing, plain computer program. In figuring out the design of a character, sometimes you have to make it very physical because your character has real live dimensions and they embody a space. So having a physical model, something that you can touch and feel, is important in the practice and the process. Because if it doesn't look good physically, how can it be represented in 2D or 3D? We are building up to getting that magic.
Okay, welcome to Games Night. This is the part where we look for exposing you guys to all the thousands of different types of games that's out there.
As part of our diploma, we get students to play games in something called Games Night. When you study games, you have to play games. And a lot of our students don't get the chance to play every single game or the great games that you can't buy in the market anymore. Be it board games, Lego Mindstorms, to the latest PlayStation 3 game, we give them the chance to be exposed. That is going to help them as designers. It's a culture, it's living and breathing games here. Students love Games Night, and I must confess, a bit more than the class lessons themselves. Choosing a career in game design may seem unconventional to most, but if you look at the size of the industry today, it's multi-billion-dollar. It's a great career. The type of jobs that we hope our students can get, of course, is being a game designer, but it normally starts off as a QA tester. From there, they can graduate up to a level designer. Students can also opt to go for the character design track. They can be prop artists, environmental artists. Some other students can become story writers or even associate producers. The key thing about being a game designer, you just have to love making, building great games. And if that is you, then you are a game designer. And coming to this diploma will bring it out of you.